half-ass travelers.
Hey, half-asters. Well, welcome to the second episode of our 2025 cross-country road trip. In this episode, we're going to be documenting the first few days of the road trip. We're staying with family, we're mooch docking in a couple driveways, but we're getting our road legs back. And Rose and I were talking about it earlier, and sometimes it takes a while. We haven't been out on the road, how many months?
Yeah, quite
almost
a few.
8 months.
Yep.
We had lost the RV due to repairs, and then we were out of town doing other things. And so it's been about 8 months, so it takes a little while to get your road legs back. So that's what we're going to be doing the next few episodes. Hopefully at the end of this episode, we're going to be able to include a visit to the Tiffin factory. That is our plan, and we're hoping to do that in this episode.
Yes.
So it's still up in the air, so stay tuned.
Hey there, I'm Rose.
And I'm Dan, and we are the Half-Ass Travelers.
This morning we were in Gainesville. We got the RV all ready. We hooked up the Jeep behind it, loaded up everything, and we hit the road. That was about, 3 hours ago or so?
Yep.
And now we're almost halfway to our next destination in South Carolina. I noticed that when we stopped for gas, I noticed something about the batteries, the charge. We had been driving for 2 hours, and I would think that the battery should have been at 100% charge. I'm hoping that this isn't indicative of a problem similar to what we had last year. I've got my fingers crossed. We're going to check it again once we get to our destination, but it didn't look like the batteries were charging. So we're not going to jump to conclusions. We're not going to panic. We're just going to check it when we get there. And if there's any updates, we'll let you know. All right, a lot has happened in the last couple days. When we arrived in South Carolina at our daughter's house, the batteries were reading 77%, which means, and they've never done that, they've always read 100 because we were driving for 5 hours. It should have been charging. So luckily we didn't panic. If you remember last year we panicked a bit because we lost our converter, and it was not converting the AC from shore power once we got to where we're going to the DC that the batteries need to charge. This time we were prepared though. Because of that, we bought some necessary pieces of equipment, one of which being a tester. What the hell is it called? The bag tester. Anyway, it's a voltage tester. And so I went down and I tested the batteries. They were all reading fine, as if they were full. I went down to the converter, I took off the panel, and I tested the what was going through the converter, and that looked fine. And then I proceeded to test every fuse, which they were all fine. So I was a little confused. So I went ahead, and one of the other things we bought was a battery charger. So I went ahead and I hooked the battery charger up to the battery bank, and I couldn't get it to connect. So I'm thinking, okay, we have a loose connection in the battery. So I tightened that down a little bit. I think that might have been the issue because once I got it connected, now all of a sudden the batteries are reading at 100%, and it was only connected for about 30 seconds. So we're thinking that maybe it was a bad connection in the batteries. Now, we use the Victron Connect, which is a system that's installed in a lot of these new coaches to tell us the voltage and the usage, and to let us know when our batteries are going dead. And we also have an app on the phone so we can check it remotely. The Victron Connect does some weird things when you first hook up to shore power. If you look at it without any other information, you would think that even though you're connected to shore power, you're still drawing power from the batteries, because that's what it looks like. So every time we get to a shore power connection, we look like we're drawing a load, and the batteries are draining. And it says even on there that we have maybe like 6 days left of battery power, which is a little odd. But it seems to equalize and square itself away after a few minutes. So we're not sure what the deal is with that. We're not sure if we're getting false readings from the Victron. So we're a little concerned about it, but not as concerned as we were, because when we got to the coach this morning, the batteries were at 100%, which is where they should have been, which means it was charging overnight off of the shore power. Now we were only on 20 amp.
Vehicle on shoulder ahead.
the Waze keeps kicking in. We were only on 20 amp shore power, but still that should be enough. All we were running was the refrigerator, so it should be enough to charge the batteries, and it did. So we're feeling much better about that. However, we ended up with another issue. When I went to go refuel Don Quixote, and if you don't know, that's what we call the Wayfarer here. I went to refuel it, and I did a double take when I got back in the car because the Mercedes was only reading half full. So half fast, half full. You know, it just, I couldn't figure it out why it was doing that. So I thought maybe I didn't put enough gas in it. Went back, nope, it's full. I know a little dribble came out, had to wash that. People have had a lot of issues with this, so we're not too concerned about it. You know, we can always keep track of our usage, you know, by tracking our mileage. We know what our range is, so it's not too much of a problem. So we decided to continue on, but as we were driving, it was stuck in half a tank. It's come up a few ticks, so we're thinking, and some people said this online, we're thinking that once we do the next fill up, that it will register to full, and that'll straighten it out. So fingers crossed on that. Okay, last thing. I know I've been talking a lot. We are on our way where? We were supposed to be going just east of Knoxville to visit our friends in Summersville. However, or Strawberry Plains. However, we need to get over to Red Bay,
Alabama,
in case that we're having a problem. So we're going to do a preemptive trip. We were going to Red Bay anyway. It's on the way. We're just going to have to visit our friends at the tail end of the trip. So we decided to go there for two reasons, actually. It is Monday, and we're making the 7+ hour drive from South Carolina to Red Bay all on Monday because we're going to stay overnight there. They do factory tours on Tuesday mornings at 9:30. We're hoping to be able to get into that factory tour. If we can't, at least we want to go talk to the tech. We've been talking on the phone to a couple techs. They are outstanding, especially a guy named Greg Chambliss and a guy named Greg Dees, who is the boss. Great guys. They've been helping us a lot. We want to go in there and just talk to them about some of the issues we've been having, and we'll see where it goes from there. We're going to give them a call in about an hour when they open, and we'll have more information for you once we get to that point. Just a brief update on a couple things. We just stopped for gas, and after we filled up, guess what? Magically, the Mercedes fuel gauge started to work again. So the fuel gauge seems to be working correctly. It's been sitting for a while, so maybe something was stuck, or who knows, some issue with the sensor. We're going to keep an eye on it, but for right now, it seems like it's okay. We forgot to mention, when we left Gainesville, we did have an issue because the Mercedes had been sitting for a while. The touchscreen wasn't working.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that was something minor. I looked it up online really quickly, and apparently a reset of the system, which you could do right there on the screen, on, you know, using the controls on the steering wheel. We did just a reset of the whole system, and sure enough, the touchscreen started to work again. So that worked out too. So it seems like we're having little issues that seem to be resolving themselves. So we're optimistic. Yes. Oh, also we did. One of our viewers in episode 1 posted that when they go to Red Bay, they stay at a place called Red Bay Acres. It's supposedly the nicest RV park in Red Bay. Well, guess what? We just booked two nights at Red Bay Acres. So we now have a destination in mind, and usually we don't know where we're going from one day to the next, and that's the way we like it. But now we know where we're going. We're going to be in Red Bay for 2 days, and we're psyched. We're ready to go check it out. Well, here we are in Red Bay, Alabama, and I gotta say it's bittersweet because we arrived here, and look at the campground. This is Red Bay Acres. It's just up the street from the Tiffin plant, and it's beautiful. They got this nice little lake here, some bridges. This is a restaurant that is open only to the folks who are staying here. Now, they used to be open to the public and they had a more extensive menu. Now it's kind of like more of a sandwich, pulled pork, sliders kind of thing. But that's fine. It's right here on site, so it makes it very easy. So it is a really nice campground. We may, if we get a chance, give you guys a little walkthrough of that tomorrow. But right now we're dealing with a bigger issue because it looks like the converter has gone again. It doesn't look like it's converting the AC into DC. We have plenty of power from the shore power that's powering like the air conditioning and the microwave and those kind of appliances, but we're still showing a draw on the battery. Our plan is we have the plans to go to the factory tomorrow anyway. We were planning on taking the Jeep over there and just doing all that. Well, now it looks like we're going to have to pack up the Wayfarer and take that over to the factory, and when they open, and just see if we can get in the emergency line for people who are on the road to see if they can look at this converter, diagnose it, and fix it for us. It's the saga goes on. It seems like this is the kind of thing that RV owners have to deal with all the time, and we are no different. So we're going to keep you updated as we go along. Right now, we're going to spend the night in the campground. The battery should last us through the night, and then we'll deal with it in the morning. It's been a long travel day, and I think, Rose, you're ready to go to bed, right?
Absolutely.
Well, not to bed yet, but we're ready to relax a little bit, I'll tell you that. Those recliners are looking pretty good right there. All right, we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good morning, half-assed travelers. Okay, now, I don't know, listen, this whole RV diagnostic thing is new to us. We think that we know just enough to get ourselves in trouble. Last night, I don't know what happened, about 2 hours after we filmed that last video, all of a sudden the Victron showed 100% charge on the batteries. I have no idea what's going on. So it looks like actually the converter may be working. So we don't know what is wrong, but there is something going on there, even if it's just as simple as the Victron is giving us bad readings, which could be a bad shunt on the batteries, or it could be bad settings in the Victron. Either way, we are here in Red Bay, so we're gonna get to the bottom of it now. Hey, half-assed viewers, we are here with Scott and Jeff from Tiffin, and these two are the funniest mobile techs that Tiffin has to offer, and of course they sent them right over to us because they knew that we were half-assed, and together, with them being half-assed, together they're full-fast. Yes, full-fast?
Yes.
You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't care.
So what do you guys think? Is our problem going to be fatal, or are we good to go?
Well, you'll be here another 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
You're going to give us the same estimate?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you heard it right from the horse's mouth. 2 weeks here at Tiffin.
Yeah.
But luckily, they have this beautiful campground that we're at, so I think we're going to be good for 2 weeks.
Scott's got a swimming pool ready to go.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is that an invite?
Yes.
All right. In all seriousness, though, these folks came out. They helped us with a few issues that we want to take care of before our warranty ran out. But the big issue that we thought we were having a problem with the converter, we're always getting those poor readings. We've been getting them since day one off of that Victron. We'll come to find out that the readings we were getting were completely normal. It's just we may have been reading them wrong, or actually, we were reading them right. We just may have been interpreting them wrong. So if you're having that same issue, maybe Scott can just tell you like very briefly what we were experiencing and about the batteries not charging until they get to a certain point.
It's customer error. It's a picnic. Problem in customer, not in coach. So
Okay.
We figured it out. We explained it to him. Everything's great.
Yep, everything's great. So we've said it before, we'll say it again. We are half-fast, so don't expect too much from us. But at least we were in the right place this time and at the right time to make sure that everything's going well. All right, so our next stop is over at the factory. Tomorrow we've got a tour scheduled with Megan. Megan
Fowler.
Yep. See? And she seems like a really nice lady. We can't wait to meet her, and we can't wait for you guys to meet her and for you guys to take a look at what's going on over there at the Tiffin main factory. So join us there. We decided to do a little something different this morning. We just need a break from all of this maintenance stuff. So we're gonna go catch some breakfast at a town called Belmont. It's about 5 miles north of Red Bay. And then we're gonna take a little jaunt this morning over to Tishomingo State Park in Mississippi. We hear it's got a nice hiking trail, and we just need to get away.
Yep.
And we're gonna take you with us. Yeah, this is Sparks Restaurant in Belmont, Mississippi. And we're gonna give it a try. We heard it's really good. The breakfast?
Yep, starving.
Let's go get our tie our feed bag on. Well, this is certainly a surprise because not only the price, it's very reasonable prices here, but also look at this.
You know what this is?
What is it, Rose?
Chocolate gravy. I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, we ordered biscuits and gravy, and they had this chocolate gravy, so we're definitely going to try that.
It's like one of those black and white cookies, look.
I guess it is, yeah. That helps you.
Oh. Wait, I can't see.
What do you think, Rose?
I'm stuffed. How am I going to do a hike now?
I couldn't even finish mine. That's how much of a pansy I am. Oh my
yeah, the
God.
portions were pretty good.
Yeah, it was really, I'm glad I didn't order the double biscuits and gravy. That would have been too much. This was already too much.
Yeah.
All right, luckily we got a little bit of a drive to get to Tishomingo to digest some of this.
Yes.
Yeah, but we do have our carbs for the journey, so no problem there. We won't be starving on the trail. All right, let's get going. So if you ride before 8 o'clock to Tishomingo State Park, they've got an honor box here. You just put your, it's $2 each, $2.18 each. You just put that in the box, and then you can go on in. You can get in before the 8 o'clock entry time. We decided to come down to the campground to show you what they had here at the state park, Tishomingo State Park. These are beautiful campsites right along this lake. It's a little swampy. We had a big rainstorm yesterday come through, so everything's a little bit muddy, but there's a lot of geese out here we've seen, a lot of different kinds of birds. Not bad mosquitoes. There are some mosquitoes out here, but it's not too bad this time of the morning.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Oh, did you get hit? Did you get bit? But no, overall, it's a very nice primitive campground. You can see the geese. I don't know if you can see the geese over there in the shallows. Really neat. All right, we're going to continue on. When you're driving through the park, be very careful. We heard that these were everywhere, but we didn't expect them to be right in the middle of the road. Hey, buddy.
Oh, look at that little fellow.
Hey, buddy. Ready for my close-up? He wants to come out.
That's a pretty one. Look at his
Pretty cool, huh, guys?
Yeah.
Dan is going to do his good deed for today.
The turtle rescue here. I'm gonna take him.
That's what we do. Oh, he's a bit. Look at him flapping. He's so cute.
Right over here.
There you go, little buddy. See?
That way I can get by.
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, if you continue on the campground road all the way around, this is at the very end. It's we thought it was a loop, but it's not. It's a one-way in and out. But this is all at the end.
Hey,
These sites are amazing down here. What's the site number? 59, 58. All these sites are amazing. They're beautiful. I think if we were going to be camping here, we would try to get these sites out here. You're right here on kind of a point elevated above the lake. So no mud. And a nice concrete pad. Definitely RV site. Let's see what kind of hookups they have. I see water. I see full. Looks like full hookups.
Oh, that's a dump right there, huh?
Yep. Yep. Full 50, 30 amp, 50 amp hookups.
Hey, look.
Beautiful.
Dump.
Yeah, you definitely want site 59. That's this is beautiful. Our next stop in the park is right here along the road. As you can see, that's the Pioneer Cabin, and there's actually a short. The pond trail is here. That's going to take us up to a
waterfall.
Yeah, a man-made cascade. This was all built during the Great Depression, part of the CCC, some kind of conservation
and what,
authority.
1900?
Yeah, like 1930s. Most of this stuff was built. So, yeah, it's a. They were looking for jobs for people during the Great Depression. That's when they started building these. But we're going to go check out this cabin and everything around it.
my new hip.
Yeah, tell them about that, Rose. We didn't really share that information, but since you let the cat out of the bag, why don't you tell them about your new hip?
Yeah, so you guys probably noticed in our last videos a few months ago that I was limping quite a bit. Well, come to find out I needed a brand new hip. So now that I'm all bionic on this side, I'm going to test it out and see how my hiking skills, if they have changed at all since the last time you guys saw me.
So this is why we haven't been on a trip yet this year?
Yeah.
Yep, we had to wait for the healing process.
Yep.
But she is rip-roaring ready to go. We're testing that new hip out right now.
Bionic.
Yeah. This is beautiful.
Isn't it? Wow, look how cool. A lot of spider webs on here though. Ew.
There's something about that sound of the water cascading over the rocks. Just so relaxing. Back here there's a well, and there's the sign here. Now this says that the well house was built in the 1800s, and I'm not sure if it was built here. It looks like it must have been built here because here's the well. It's not very deep. But yeah, we're right behind the house. Look at that. That's really cool. Even though it's man-made, it doesn't make it any less cool. Rose, you found a pond.
I did. There's probably some good frogs in here.
That's what they said. There's some really nice, cool species of frogs and turtles in this park. You just got to be eagle-eyed to find them.
Which we've already seen one of the turtles.
It's true. I think the best thing that we like so far about this park is that we're the only ones here. We saw one of the park rangers or whatever go by a couple times, but that's about it. We haven't seen anybody else, which is nice. We like it. It's nice and peaceful.
I guess a tree came down, and the good man that Dan is, he decided he was going to ask him if he needed any help clearing that off of the road.
Yeah, you go, and normally you just go through here.
It happens. We had a big storm here last night. There was a lot of tornadoes in the area, and I guess this tree came down between 5 a.m. and 7:30 this morning.
Wow, this is bigger than it looks like on some of the pictures we saw.
It's cool.
I thought it was going to be this small little thing, but yeah. Wow. Oh, and it moves. There's motion to it. Wow, and the rails are low.
And the wood is really soggy.
Yeah. This is not for the faint of heart. Definitely not. It's moving a lot. I read somewhere that there was a limit. You only allow 5 people on here. I don't take that as a good sign. But these cables seem pretty sturdy. Nice and steel. Wow, this river's flowing. We had a lot of rain yesterday. All right, you ready for the hike?
Ready.
Let's do it. Here she comes, Miss America.
Yep.
All right. Right when you come over the bridge, you can see there's 2 paths you can take. You could take that path straight ahead, or you can take this path off to the right. Now, the ranger was telling us that if you take the path off to the right, the incline is gradual going up, and then when you're coming down the other side, you can come down the steps and down the steep parts. Otherwise, if you go straight, you got to go up the steps and up the steep parts, and then the rest of the hike is a gradual decline. So keep that in mind, and you can decide to do it whichever way you want. I think we're going to the right. Rose, tell us what you're doing here. What are you looking at?
Mushrooms.
Rose,
I love mushroom hunting.
Rose has this thing about mushrooms. She'll stop and take photos as we pass them. That's going to be this entire trip until we run out of mushrooms. I think when we get out in the desert, it won't be an issue, but right now, she's a mushroom spotter. And also, one more thing of note is these little doohickeys on the side of the trail help you to see what trail you're on. These are the yellow placards. And these red marks on the trees, I think those are the old markings. I think they put the placards on afterward. I think the red markings, I read that where it was red markings, but yeah, I think that they replaced them with those new placards.
Oh, a little bridge, a crooked bridge. See a little creek. This is my adventure side.
We're gonna go check out this cave that's right off the trail. It's
So
a
I'll-
little one.
So I'll be ready when there's the bear attack.
Yeah, I got my bear spray, don't worry. Oh yeah, just little geological formations, Rose.
Nothing major.
I'm less worried about bears, more worried about snakes, to be honest.
Oh, great. Thanks
I
for the
don't see
reminder.
But yeah, no, just neat stuff along the way. That's the problem with being the first ones on the trail. You get to clear out all the spider webs for everybody. What do you got here, Rose?
Look.
Look. Oh, that's so cool.
Should I go on it?
Look. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, nope. Not doing it.
Ah,
Nope. Not doing it.
maybe with your old hip you would have tried it.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to mess up the new
No.
one? All right, let's go this way. Let's go this way. All right, yeah, it's a little muddy.
Very muddy.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Okay, so you see that slide mark? Okay, you got to be careful. I'm going to need both hands.
Going this way.
I'm going to leave you guys right here while I use both hands to navigate this trail. If you're wondering why we bring the hiking poles with us, A, we want to keep Rose's hip good, but B, you never know what the trail conditions are going to be. So I'm going to attempt it. We want to go down by the water, but I don't want to take a spill. So let's see how I do. If I do, I'm just going to be a little muddy for the rest of the day.
This might be a really good video.
This is muddy right here.
I'm not going. The rewards will be great, though.
It's not that slippery. Famous last words. All right, you can do it, hon. You can definitely do it. You just have to put the camera away.
Let's see what happens.
Here.
What a beautiful trail. This river, Bear Creek. Oh my God, just beautiful. Definitely worth coming down here and risking the little bit of slipperiness to get down. Gorgeous, so peaceful.
Oh, look, I found a little wishing well. I wish I was a lot younger.
Yeah.
Oh, you think we could drink out of it?
You
You want to touch it for
want the
good luck?
life straw?
Look, touch it. Oh, it feels so nice and smooth. It's not like that yucky water we have, you know, that turns the well water.
Yeah. No,
Nice.
Mountain Springs is what they have here.
Springs. Yeah, springs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what is this? Oh, we got a creek. We got a creek to cross. All right.
Here we go. You're creeping me up. Watch out, it's slippery.
Is it?
Yep. This is all mud. Muddy.
Oh, look at the little trickles of water up there.
Uh-oh. This is going to be a little challenge.
All right, no bridge across this one, and it looks a little slippery. So I'm going to take my time and scout it out.
It's going to be a challenge. I don't think I want to do this one.
Well, I can tell you right now, honey, I'll evaluate it. This is, all right, so that's not too slippery. Oh, so far, so good. No problem. You'll make it no problem. It's all going across rock. Well, Rose made it across the creek, but look, we found some tracks. We are not alone. What is it you think?
Look at those
Raccoon?
up there, hon, look. Oh, yeah.
Looks like raccoon tracks.
It's Rocky Raccoon.
We're on the trail of the raccoon. Use those poles.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an angle, all right.
Rose taking the high road.
Yeah, now I gotta get back down to the low road. There's gotta be something living in there.
You think so?
I'm not going.
Hmm?
I'm not going.
You're not going?
No, look in there. Don't do it. See it?
Oh yeah. That's where the water comes down. It's beautiful. Totally, all we did was we looked down for, what, 30 seconds? And we almost completely missed this huge outcropping.
The water coming down off of it like a little waterfall.
Yeah, it's really cool.
There's two. There's one here and one over there.
You got to check this out.
Yeah, we do.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of that waterfall in North Carolina that you could drive under. Except I can walk under this one.
Careful.
A little slippery. It looks like a chimney or like a fireplace. Look at this thing. Rose is going to go up and explore.
I'm going to try to make it up.
It is a bit steep.
It is. Wow, it's cool. I'll probably go up there. Coming down might be an issue.
Wow, very cool. Rose made it.
All right, don't take a picture of me coming back down.
No?
No. In case
You
I
don't
go
want me to
down on my
document it
butt.
for the insurance company?
Right.
I might need it as evidence to make sure that they all know I didn't bump you off up here. You're the one that's watching Lifetime Network every other day and Hallmark Channel and
I do.
and what's that other one? ID.
I got to keep up with it.
More graffiti on the rocks. Do me a favor. If you ever think that you might want to consider writing your initials or name on one of these rocks, just smack yourself in the head, please, for me. Other than that, it's gorgeous. These outcroppings are amazing. You know, one more bit of information here is they do allow rock climbing, but you got to have a permit and you need to make sure you have helmets and all the necessary safety equipment. Some of these rock faces are definitely climbable. Not by us though.
No.
No, maybe about 30 years and about 40 pounds ago.
Yes.
Maybe.
What the?
Wow.
It's a nice place to just sit and relax for a couple minutes.
What'd you find there, Rose?
A mini waterfall.
Very nice.
Yep.
And that's a natural one. That's not one of the man-made waterfalls.
Nope.
Nice cascade. You tired?
Just a little.
We just came uphill, a small uphill section. It's all downhill from here.
Good. First hip hike, so I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Considering.
This last section of the hike is along this stream, and there's some nice little waterfalls, a little peaceful. What do you think, Rose?
Yeah, it's cute.
A little beautiful little creek going into the big creek. Really nice. How are you going to get across there? Okay, good. She has a plan. Well, it took us till the end of the trail, but I guess if we would have gone straight ahead, we would have come to this first, because I think the bridge is right down the trail here.
Yeah.
But we saved it till last. In all of the pictures we looked at when we were looking up the state park, they showed this waterfall, and sometimes it's dry, and they had warned us, but with all the rain we got yesterday, it's actually flowing. So we got a nice little waterfall to end our hike, which is really nice. Yeah,
this is a good trail.
Yeah, this is a really, really nice trail. It's good that we started with this because it's kind of a moderate difficulty. There are some slippery, muddy places because it rained, but if it hadn't been raining, it probably wouldn't have been slippery at all. A few ups and downs, but the change in elevation couldn't have been more than a couple hundred feet. So yeah, it's a good trail. I'm glad we had the poles with us just to keep our balance.
Definitely.
So that's a plus.
So we left here without muddy butts.
Right. All right, so we're gonna verify that this is the end of the trail, and then we'll touch base back with you when we get to the Jeep. Well, we were correct. We were near the end of the trail, going straight. There were steps, so the ranger was absolutely correct in telling us that. We came down those steps, no problem. It's not a lot.
No.
We could have gone either way. I'm kind of glad we went to the right. It was nice to see the creek.
Walk along the creek.
Yeah, and then see those massive outcroppings, whatever they're called. There's a name for them. I just can't think of it offhand, but yeah, beautiful trail. Highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in Red Bay for service. You know, it's about a 10-15 minute drive up here. Why not do it? You know, it'll give you something to do. That way you're not sitting around waiting for your RV or whatever it is you're doing.
I was even able to do it after hip surgery, so.
Yeah. But now we're all warmed up. We have our trail legs. Tomorrow will probably be sore, but it doesn't matter because tomorrow's a travel day. So, all right, now we got to head back down to Red Bay. So,
let's go.
Enough sun and fun.
Yep.
Back to the grind.
Man, it's bright out here.
It is bright out here. All right, folks, we have a little bit of bad news for you. We just got back to the RV and we're going to do the tour at Tiffin, but this video is running a little long, so we are going to make you wait one more week for the Tiffin tour video.
Oh.
Yeah, we just didn't want to run too long, and we added on the, we really wanted to put the adventures in the Tishomingo State Park. That state park is incredible. We really love that hike.
Yeah, it was great.
I didn't think we were gonna like it as much as some of these others we had done, because it's just, you know, a lot of times these state parks, it's, you know, they're kind of limited in what they can show, but man, that was a lot of fun.
Yep.
You know, not the slipping and sliding part where I almost fell on my half-fast self. See what I did there? See what I did there? All right, so anyway, I'm rambling on and on. So we're gonna make you wait for the next video, but that's only gonna make it, the anticipation is gonna make it grow, you know? You guys are gonna love it. You're gonna love the video of the tour, I guarantee it. We're gonna love the tour.
Absolutely.
All right, but if you enjoyed this video and you wanna keep following us, please think about subscribing. It really does help us, and if you think about subscribing, maybe you'll consider sharing the video with somebody.
Everybody you know.
At the very least, if you can give us a like, that would really help support the channel. Also, if you really want to know where we are from day to day, you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and that'll tell you where we are. Sometimes these videos, I mean, right now we're pretty much in real time, but as we go along, these videos are going to be spaced out a little, so that we're not too stressed out about it. But all right, so we'll see you guys in the next video for the Tiffin factory tour, and it's the main factory. It's a good one, so stay tuned for that.